Hi everybody. So because I have always been very open about the fact that I started ballet when I was in college, having literally zero dance experience before college, I get questions a lot about starting ballet basically after the age of 10. Whether you're 16, 26, 56, I get questions all the time about starting as an adult or as a late teenager, whatever the case may be. So I wanted to make a video about finding the right studio and the stuff you need to know if you're an adult going into ballet. Honestly, sometimes finding the studio is the hardest part because most studios are geared towards kids. Because most of the people taking ballet are kids or professionals, which, trust me, you're not ready for those classes either. Don't do it. Don't think I'll just wing it. It's terrifying. So you really have to look for classes that are geared towards the adult beginner. So if you Google adult ballet or adult beginner ballet, you'll probably find some studios in the area. Sometimes the large ballet company in your city or in your area will have some classes that are available. You're looking for something that's like a drop-in class, not an academy class or a company class. A lot of times they're considered drop-in classes. But there are also places that will have workshops or longer-term classes. But I would first check at your local major ballet company. If they don't have anything, or if you're in an area that doesn't have a big ballet company, start looking at the smaller companies. A lot of times they will only have classes for kids, but sometimes you luck out and you get a really great smaller company, smaller studio that has really great classes for adults. Other tip is look for adult fitness classes, dance fitness classes, because you're not going to be a professional dancer when you're starting in your 20s or your 30s or whatever, but you can still take those classes for fitness reasons and have a lot of fun. So looking for a dance fitness class means you're more likely to find stuff that's safe for a beginning adult. Now it's advice time. Number one, be prepared for the cost. Dance classes are not cheap. You're looking at anywhere between like $10 to $30 a class. I mean, that's per class. So if you're really interested in doing it, 3 to 5 times a week, that is a huge expense. Sometimes studios will have passes where you spend like $150, but rather than that, that would normally pay for maybe like 10 classes. This is instead like 15 classes. So you save by kind of buying in bulk. And a lot of times those you can use a little bit more flexibility. It's like use, in the next 3 months, and you can use it on any class that they offer. So if you've got kids or just kind of a busier schedule, that might be the right way for you to go. Otherwise, I mentioned earlier, sometimes they have workshops. If you can dedicate a certain day and a certain time each week, a workshop is a really good way to go. Because not only are you going to have the same teacher and the same class each time, so you're really developing with the group, it also means that you have that time set aside. The teacher's always going to know what your abilities are, and frequently they are much cheaper than just dropping into a class. Downside is it's always going to be like 6 to 7:30 every Wednesday night. So if you have kind of a varied schedule, you could end up missing them, and sometimes you don't get that money refunded. Piece of advice number 2, contact the studio about the dress code. A lot of times the dress codes are very strict for kids and not very strict for adults. But before you show up in something that they don't want you wearing, contact them. If they're kind of more relaxed about it, don't worry about getting a fancy leotard, pink tights, showing up in this super strict ballet stuff, because you'll probably look out of place. Leggings and a form-fitting top, just fine. Just wear something supportive on top. Make sure you have ballet shoes. You can buy them online fairly easy. Look at Discount Dance Supply. You don't need Pointe shoes. do not be spending a bunch of money on pointe shoes. Get yourself just some leather or canvas, real basic ballet shoes, ballet flats, ballet slippers. If you have a dance store in your town, go there so you can try some on, because they don't all fit the same and they don't necessarily fit just like street shoes. But if you check out the reviews, you look up some different companies, you'll be able to find something that works for you. They're not super expensive, but you'll want them even for your first class. Number 3, be prepared to hurt. And I mean that in like the nicest way possible. Your body's not going to be used to this, because ballet is very heavy in the calves, which, let's be honest, when's the last time you did a calf workout? Probably never. And you're going to be doing a lot of pliés, which are very similar to like squats. And you're going to be doing a lot of things that your body is not used to. You might end up getting a muscle cramp in your foot or your calf during class or afterwards. Don't feel embarrassed about it. It happens all the time. Take a break, massage that muscle out, get back. It happens. It's just you're stretching in ways your body is not used to. You're working muscles in ways that they are not used to. Number 4, keep your hair out of your face. Don't wear your hair down in a ballet class. It's going to get in your way and your teacher's not going to like it. So just pull it up, braid, ponytail, bun, whatever works for you, whatever you're more comfortable with, but just keep it off of your face. Pin it back, have it out of your face. They can see your beautiful long neck, your beautiful face, and so that your hair isn't constantly hitting you in the face when you're trying to do stuff. It gets in the way. Number 5, have fun with it. Seriously, ballet can be super fun, and if you don't like it, you can leave. Try a different dance type. Try modern dance or jazz dance, contemporary. Try some more musical theater styles if you really don't like ballet. That's fine. But if you take a class or two and you really like it, it's supposed to be enjoyable. You should be learning a ton. You'll learn a lot about posture. You'll learn a lot about elegance and grace, in addition to all of the dance moves themselves. You should be having fun. It can be very difficult. It can be very stressful, but you should still be enjoying yourself and allow yourself to enjoy, because it's something that a lot of people don't get to experience. And a lot of people just haven't found the thing that makes them feel that joy. So if you are having fun, have fun. Number 6, make sure you eat something. It can be very hard on your body, so make sure you eat something. Especially if you're dealing with muscle cramps, like I mentioned earlier, you want to make sure you're drinking enough water. Bring a water bottle with you to class, that's fine. Just don't bring juices or sodas, because if you spill them, the floor is going to get real gross and sticky. Bring some water with you for when you're sweating, for when you're tired, and make sure you're eating something with potassium. Bananas, kiwis, nuts, stuff like that. Look up something that's high in potassium. Have a high in potassium snack. That will help with any muscle cramps that you're dealing with. But also just make sure you're eating enough, because you're burning a lot of calories dancing, even if it doesn't feel like it. And you want to make sure that your body is not getting damaged just through the lack of calories, not having enough fuel for your body to repair itself. And finally, number 7, it is possible to do pointe as an adult. It's going to take you some time. So if you're interested in it, if you've been doing ballet for a while, I would say probably within like 6-7 months, if you know that this is something you want to pursue, not professionally even just doing recreational pointe, that's fine, that's a thing. Talk to your teacher. Pull them aside before or after class. Ask if they have some time. Let them know that you're interested in doing pointe. Ask for any suggestions. Because if they know that that's your goal, they can give better critiques, better corrections for you, and better advice for how to get there. The studio might not offer pointe classes, especially for adults. Most don't. But if you talk to a teacher, if eventually they say you are fine to go on pointe, or let's talk about this, they might either set you up with just private ballet lessons to learn pointe, which is going to be expensive, but if you want to do pointe, it's a great way to do it. It's a nice one-on-one attention, or even like a small group. So I think that's all the advice I have, just kind of general advice for starting ballet as an adult from the very beginning, not going back to ballet. So if you have any other questions about adult ballet or even just adult dance in general, please let me know. Leave a comment. Ask. If I get enough questions, I'll give some more advice, answer some questions. But hopefully this has helped you if you're interested in starting ballet and you've always worried because you're not a spring chicken anymore. You're not, a preteen looking to get into ballet. I want you to know that you can still do it. It's totally fine. The end result and your goals are going to be very different, but it can still get you in shape physically, can still teach you a lot mentally, and it's still super fun. So if you're interested in it, absolutely go for it, no matter what your age is. Go for it and have fun. So if you enjoyed this video, I hope that you will leave a like. Like I said, if you have any more questions for me, leave them in the comments. To see all the rest of my videos in the future as they come out, just hit the button right up here to subscribe if you would like. Otherwise, I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day. Thank you for watching.